DS Iplinio yours Ikingius. Stop. Please, just stop. Not tomorrow. Not after you check one more thing. Right now, in this very second, hit pause on the current of your life. I want you to listen. Not to me, but to the space between your ears. What do you hear? Is it silent? I doubt it. It is likely a cacophony. A committee of voices, each vying for control of your attention. That's the clutter. That's the noise. The relentless chattering narration of your own mind. I really should be working. What did they mean by that text message? I'm not where I thought I'd be by now. What if I fail spectacularly? I'm just so tired. It's too late to start. It's all too hard. That is not thinking. That is mental debris. A landslide of fragmented worries and recycled doubts. And here is the uncomfortable truth you are letting it carry you. You have, consciously or not, handed over the steering wheel of your life, your focus, your energy, your very sense of direction, to a chaotic committee of anxious ghosts, past regrets, and phantom fears of a future that hasn't happened yet. They are terrible drivers. They will crash you. They already are, day by day, in 1,000 subtle ways. The fog of distraction, the paralysis of overanalysis, the quiet erosion of your potential. No more. Today, we do not seek a new planner, a new app, a new shortcut. Today, we declare a quiet, firm, and final war. Not on the world, not on your circumstances, but on the internal chaos. The battleground is 6 inches behind your forehead. The victory is called discipline. But we must redefine that word immediately. Discipline is not punishment. It is not a grimace, a whip, a cage built of shoulds and musts. That is a caricature, a lie told by the part of you that wants to stay comfortable in the chaos. True discipline is the ultimate, profound act of self-respect. It is the architecture of your destiny. Think of every single thought you allow to take root and linger in your mind as a single brick. Now, ask yourself with brutal honesty, what are you building? Brick by brick, thought by thought? Are you constructing a prison of worry? A fragile shack of excuses and justifications? Or are you laying the foundation, painstakingly, for a palace of purpose? You must, from this moment forward, appoint yourself as the foreman of that construction site. You are in charge, not the weather of your mood, not the loudest voice in the committee you. This begins with the first, most critical tool, recognition. You must learn to catch the thought in the act, to see it land. This takes practice. It is the skill of becoming the observer of your own mind. When the thought arrives, this is pointless, I'll never be good enough. You do not become the thought. You look at it. You name it. There is the voice of doubt. It has arrived again. You do not fight it. You never wrestle with a shadow. You simply turn on the light. You see the thought for what it is, a piece of mental data, a neural firing, not a command, not an immutable truth, just a visitor. And you, as the foreman, get to decide if that visitor gets a key to the site or is politely shown the gate. Because you have a door to your mind. For years, you have likely left it swinging wide open in the wind, letting every stray thought, every piece of mental junk, every bit of external drama wander in, put its feet up on the furniture, and make itself at home. It's time to be the gatekeeper. This is not about being closed off. It is about being selective, about being sovereign. This leads to the second tool, conscious selection. You choose what stays on the shelves of your inner library. A mind left untended, left to the whims of algorithm and anxiety, becomes a dusty warehouse of junk. A disciplined mind becomes a curated, personal library of power. What volumes do you want lining your shelves? The well-worn copy of I Am Capable and Resourceful, or the dog-eared pulp novel of I Am Overwhelmed and Outmatched? The definitive text on I Will Find a Way, or the tattered pamphlet of Nothing Ever Works Out for Me? You are making this choice every single second by what you entertain, what you repeat, what you mentally rehearse. Choose like your future depends on it, because it absolutely does. Let me be clear, this is not naive, positive thinking. This is precision thinking. It is tactical. You are not ignoring the storm. You are learning to sail in it, to adjust your rigging and hold your course. You are not denying the mountain. You are simply tying your boots, checking your pack, and taking the first step. The disciplined thought is never, "This is easy." The disciplined thought is far more powerful. The difficulty is irrelevant. My action is non-negotiable. Which brings us to the third and most powerful tool, the forge. This is where thought becomes reality. Understand this chain, this law of mental physics. A thought, repeated, becomes a deeply held belief. A belief repeated dictates your actions. An action repeated hardens into your character. And your character, in the end, determines your destiny. So look at the fire of your attention. What are you forging in its heat? Every single time you reject the easy, seductive excuse, you are not just avoiding a task. You are hammering and tempering a new layer of strength. Every time you hear the inner critic scream and you take the action anyway, you are not just completing a job. You are forging a suit of courage. Every time you drag your focus back from the enticing distraction to the essential task, you are not just being productive. You are forging the unbreakable alloy of willpower. Stop looking for motivation. Motivation is a weather system. It's a thunderstorm of emotion, intense, dramatic, and utterly temporary. It comes and it goes. You are building something far more substantial. You are building discipline. Discipline is the climate. It is the steady, predictable, fertile environment in which greatness inevitably grows, regardless of whether today's motivational weather is sunny or stormy. They will tell you a story. They will say it's all about innate talent, about lucky breaks, about who you know. That story is the background noise of the undisciplined mind. It is a comforting fairy tale, a ready-made exit from responsibility. The truth is not in the story. The truth is here on the path. It is in the raw, unsexy, unglamorous, profoundly powerful act of showing up when you don't want to, of writing the paragraph when inspiration is absent, of making the call despite the fear, of doing the last rep when your muscles scream, of studying the page when boredom beckons, of choosing the nourishing food for your body and mind, of decisively shutting down the digital distraction. This is the granular reality of a life of discipline. While others are lost in the exhausting, dramatic theater of their own thoughts, you will be living in the quiet, solid reality of your progress. One disciplined thought at a time, one disciplined hour at a time, one disciplined day at a time. The summit of the life you want is not reached in a single inspired leap. It is reached by 10,000 disciplined steps. Each step is a quiet, private choice to listen to the architect within, the foreman, the gatekeeper, the blacksmith, and to ignore the shouting of the chaotic committee. So right now, in this silent space between your last breath and your next, make the decision. Let it be clean and final. From this moment forward, you are the guardian of your own attention. You are the sculptor of your own mind. You are the author, line by deliberate line, of your own story. Discipline your thinking. It is the first domino. Tip it over. It is the foundation of every victory, large and small, you will ever have. It is the quiet, clean, burning, unstoppable engine of a life lived on purpose. The world is loud, chaotic, and always shouting for your attention. Your mind does not have to be. Begin the construction. Build your fortress. Brick by disciplined brick. Now, go.